How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Star and the Story. I am Sidney Blackmer. The story that I have selected for you is called Arab Duel. In it, I play the part of Walter Horn, a motion picture producer. Now, Horn has a flair for the dramatic in his private life as well as on the screen. Now, he has money, power, position, and a beautiful wife. But he isn't happy. I think you'll find out why as you watch Arab Duel.
Mr. Walter Horn's office.
He's here, Alice.
Thanks, Bill. Mr. Bartlett's office. He just came through the gate. Is your Shakespeare there?
Yes, he is. Working hard. Do you think Mr. Horn might want him for a story conference?
I certainly will. He took the script home last night. In any case, don't let him get away. Sit on him.
Thank you, George. Good morning, Alice. Happy this morning?
As always, Mr. Horn.
The kids?
Fine, just fine.
Have Mr. Bartlett come in right away.
Art department sent up the sets. Wardrobe wants you to okay the costumes.
Oh. Come here, Alice. Do you like them?
Well,
I think they're very good.
they're beautiful, Mr. Horn. This is for Stuart Clark.
Very handsome, isn't it?
It's beautiful, Mr. Horn.
Call Mr. Bartlett right away.
Yes, Mr. Horn. Helen, pack him up and send him over right away. He's in a good mood.
He'll be over. Mr. Bartlett? Mr. Horn wants to see you.
Oh.
Come on, he's in a good mood.
My dear Helen, would it surprise you to know that I'm not the slightest bit concerned with the condition of Mr. Horn's mood?
He wants to talk about the flames of Sahara.
That's all I need. Trying to explain my script to that dear, untalented merchant is a waste of everybody's time.
I'm not impressed.
You wound me deeply. Look, be a good doll. Will you run down and get me some tomato juice?
He'll be mad.
So let him be mad. On him, it looks good. Here. Oh, and tell him to put some lemon in it and a lot of black pepper and a benzodrine if they have one, huh?
For heaven's sake.
Where is Bartlett?
He's here, Mr. Horn.
Send him in.
Do you want your coffee now, sir?
Yes, and bring one for him. But don't spike it.
I understand.
Come in, Hank, come in.
Salam. And how is Allah this morning?
Oh, fine, just fine.
I meant you, Skipper.
Well, that's who I meant.
How's Betty?
Fine, just fine, Hank. By the way, she's giving a party a week from Saturday. Could you come?
Delighted. Big crowd?
Well, I don't know. You better wear a tie. WJ's daughter will be there.
Oh, no.
Now, don't blame me. It was Betty's idea to ask you. She wants someone young and good-looking to dance with the girl. What's wrong with that? You are young and good-looking, aren't you?
I want to be loved for my powerful brain.
Well, you better bring it with you, then. Well, Hank, I read it last night.
Okay, Skipper, let's have it.
Sit down, Hank. Sit down. As a matter of fact, I read it very, very carefully.
Shall I hold the calls, Mr. Horn?
Unless it's WJ.
Of course. Special delivery just came.
Oh, who's it from?
It doesn't say.
Let's see, where were we? Oh, yes, that script. I read your script, Hank. I read it, as a matter of fact, 3 times.
You didn't like it, huh?
Sweetheart, you are a lousy writer. You're a lousy writer if you don't know a good thing when you have it. Now, that fight scene, how do you call it?
Arab Duel.
That scene it is great.
Oh, thanks, Skipper.
Yes?
WJ on 2.
Excuse me, Hank. Morning, WJ. I think we can start on the first, WJ. The story is late. I'll meet you in the projection room at 11. Right. I'm sorry, Hank. Now, this Arab Duel, where did you get the idea? Did you dream it up?
Oh, no. I read it someplace when I was a kid. You see, Skipper, I always thought that a fist fight between two Arabs would be wrong.
You're so right. Those desert guys are pretty serious about dames. They'll fight for them, and they want blood, not a black eye.
That's it. Well, then what I thought. Sabers? Well, unfortunately, our leading man is...
Stewart is a great actor.
Oh, one of the greatest. The greatest. But, well, he's a soft little guy. I mean, in private life. And those Arab swords are pretty hefty. Of course, we could always make one for him out of aluminum.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No phony props in my pictures. You know my principle. Now, you take this desk, for instance. It worked in La Paloma. It was supposed to have belonged to Emperor Maximilian of Mexico. Well, it had been his. And this chair worked in the woods of Vienna. Once belonged to Charles IV, last Emperor of Austria. No, sir. In my pictures, people are made out of flesh. Wood is made out of wood, and life is made out of life.
That's it. Realism. That's what we're after. Now, it came to me. This Arab Duel. It's real. It's down to earth. It's bloody, and it's new, and it's film, Skipper.
It's widescreen.
And it's democratic.
What do you mean, democratic?
Don't get me wrong. I just meant you don't have to be clever in order to fight an Arab duel. Why, you can even be a producer. I mean, you could be a bank clerk or a school teacher even and still come out on top. You don't have to be athletic in order to win.
No, I think I know what you mean. There's one thing, though, Hank. I don't like the idea of the girl falling for this Ali Ben what's-his-name.
You don't like that?
No, I don't. The wife of a powerful chieftain going overboard for a young camel driver? Why, it's ridiculous. Completely out of character.
Say, you're right, Skipper. That's funny. Why didn't I think of that?
That has to be changed.
Well, let me think about it a minute. Now, let's see. We're all right up to the point where the camel driver says to her, what can he give you? Money, clothes, jewels? But can he give you happiness?
If you want to know how your wife is amusing herself during your office hours, you may find somebody young and good-looking around her. Young and good-looking. Young and good-looking.
Yeah, that should play pretty well. And we'll fade out when they leave the Arab village and go right into our tag, just like it's written. How's that for a switch?
What? Oh, yes, you put that on paper. We'll talk about it later.
Right. Say, Skipper, do you mind if I work at home today?
Why do you want to do that?
Oh, it's so hot here. My office is like a sweatbox.
Go ahead. I wish I could go home, too, but I'm sorry I can't. I'm only the producer.
Well, we all have our own cross to bear, Skipper.
Better stay near a telephone. I may want to get in touch with you during the day.
Well, as a matter of fact, it might be better if I call you. I just may go down to the beach if it's all right with you.
Go ahead. It's all right, but keep in touch.
Right, Skipper.
Yes?
Mr. Lewis is calling.
I can't talk to him now. Tell him I'll get in touch with him later. And Alice, hold all calls.
Hello, Walter.
How are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
Oh, I don't know. You seemed a little upset this morning.
Did I?
About that party. I talked to Bartlett this morning. I say I talked to Bartlett. He says he'll come.
That's fine.
What did you say?
I said that's fine.
What was that?
I lit my cigarette. Was there anything else you wanted?
Oh, nothing. I'll see you tonight.
What can he give you? Money? Clothes? Jewels? But can he give you happiness? Can he give you love? Does the sun shine brighter when he's around? Does your heart beat faster? Of course it doesn't. You're trembling. What are you afraid of? We're alone. Just you and me in the whole world.
Have my car sent around.
But you have an appointment with WJ in the projection room, Mr. Hall.
Have my car sent around.
Yes, Mr. Hall.
I'll drive, George. Sir, I won't need you for a while.
You do, Hank.
Oh, well, then I'll fix you. I'll make passionate love to W.J.'s daughter all evening.
Oh, that would be very good for the poor girl's ego.
Yeah, well, what about mine? You mean you wouldn't be just a little bit jealous?
Don't be so conceited. Why should I be?
Oh, come on now. Just a little jealous, huh? Promise?
All right, Hank.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Would you like another?
No, I'll make it.
Stay where you are. I never trust a man who pours from the bottle. Why, Walter, darling. Hank, look who's here. I hope nothing's wrong, Walter.
That's what I hope.
Hi, Skipper. I was just about to call you.
About what?
To let you know I was here, of course.
Of course.
I was driving out Sunset to the beach when it suddenly occurred to me how much nicer it would be to swim in your pool. So well, you always did say I had a standing invitation.
For heaven's sake, Hank, stop. It's no good.
No, it's no good. It's lousy. Bad dialogue, Bartlett.
Now, look, Skipper, after all...
Now, don't bother to rewrite it. It isn't worth it. Since when has this been going on?
There's been nothing going on.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not quite. I'm in love with her.
And you, Betty?
I don't know.
Of course she does.
Of course she does. And why shouldn't she? You're tall, good-looking, and brave, aren't you? My, how brave you are. This morning you looked into my eyes and said, I'm going to the beach. Then you sneaked into my house.
Cut it out.
Sneaked in, unafraid, braving the watchful eyes of my servant who just happened to have her day off. You dived into my pool, drank my liquor, made love to my wife.
Walter, for heaven's sake.
Whose beauty, desirability, fragrance of hair, warmth of complexion, at least partly, come from the bottles and jars and treatments I am signing sizable checks for.
Skipper, you are a merchant.
And you're a thief, Bartlett.
Stop it, both of you! Get me a cigarette.
Look, Skipper, let's be civilized about it.
From now on, smoke your own cigarettes.
Well, you dirty...
No, Hank.
Take off your glasses.
Oh, no.
Skipper, you're yellow. Go on, take off your glasses and fight for it like a man.
That's good. That's very good. You steal my wife. You call me dirty names. Now you want me to take off my glasses, without which you know I'm as blind as a bat, so that you can bash in my face with your well-trained college fist. Oh, no, Mr. Bartlett. I'm not going to box with you, because I don't know anything about boxing. I'm uncivilized, you see. While you were developing your magnificent college muscles, I had to work and study and make money. Yes, filthy money, so that I could become a merchant. Buy a fine house for you to sneak into. Dress up a beautiful woman for you to make love to. But I happen to be in love with that woman myself. Unfortunately.
Walt.
Oh, you cheap tearjerker. You sound like one of your trashy pictures.
Exactly. Cheap. Sentimental.
Then why don't you fight for her? Like one of your lousy heroes.
All right. I will. Like one of my lousy heroes. Like one of our lousy heroes.
Stop being ridiculous.
How can I? An unromantic merchant in love is always ridiculous. But not to himself, Betty, not to himself. To him, it is beautiful and tragic. Arab Duel. Remember, Mr. Bartlett?
You're out of your mind.
Nice and sharp.
What are you doing?
Why, I'm going to fight Mr. Bartlett in Arab Duel. Salam.
Put that thing down.
Why, it's democratic, isn't it? All it takes is guts. Isn't that what you said? You don't have to be an athlete to come out on top.
What are you talking about?
Arab Duel, the result of Mr. Bartlett's $1,700 a week imagination or his research, I'm not sure which. One opponent stabs himself, say, in the arm. The other has to do the same. Then the first stabs himself in the leg or the chest. The other follows suit. This goes on until one of them quits. He's the loser. The other grabs the woman by the hair and drags her into his tent. Isn't that so, Mr. Bartlett? The guy who's got the most guts. Are you ready, Mr. Bartlett?
You're behaving like a child.
Will you go first, or shall I? Very well. Then I will. This is my love, Mr. Bartlett. What's yours?
Call a doctor.
Yes, by all means. We'll both need one, won't we? Now it's your turn. Take it. What are you waiting for? Here's the woman, dying to know which it'll be, the chieftain or the young camel driver. Come on.
Go on.
I think you're both crazy.
Here, you need it.
And I thought he was a man.
And you thought I wasn't. You know what? I was beginning to think that myself.
Where do we go from here?
I don't know about you, but I've made my bid.
Darling, does it hurt?
Not in the slightest. No, I can't try to be heroic any longer. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Oh, Mort, why didn't you ever tell me you loved me so much?
How could I? I didn't even know it myself.
He's here, Alice.
Thanks, Bill. Helen, they just drove through the gate. Is your Shakespeare there?
Oh, yes, he is.
Send him over right away. Good morning, Mr. Horn.
Morning, Alice. Happy?
As always, Mr. Horn.
I want that conference right away.
He's coming, sir.
Yes?
He's here, Mr. Horn.
Send him in.
Mr. Frimm.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Horn.
Sit down. Sit down. Is the coffee ready?
Yes, Mr. Horn.
Cup of coffee, Mr. Frimm?
Oh, no, a glass of milk, if I may.
A glass of milk for Mr. Frimm. Well, Mr. Frimm, did you read the script?
Yes, Mr. Horn.
And?
It needs a little work.
Well, that's why I hired you. Tell me about it.
First, this Arab Duel. Do you like it?
Well, I'm asking you.
I don't.
Why not?
Because it's not believable. To mutilate oneself would necessitate a love of which no ordinary person is capable.
Ah, but Mr. Frimm, our hero is no ordinary person. And his love is no ordinary love. It just might happen.